creation. Let's put our hands together to the Father of all creation. Furthermore, our brother Lupsang Tuesday Rampa also prophesied through his experience about the coming of the Sadhguru Maharaj before the birth of 1947. Let's put our hands together to the Father of all creation. 1947 birth was prophesied by so many mystics who knew that the only hope of a black man or the man to proceed and I will come to dislodge Nostradamus' prediction will only be the Sadhguru Maharaji, and they had experience one-on-one of the holy face and the birth of Sadhguru Maharaji. And furthermore, children of light have experienced Maharaji even before knowledge were revealed to them. And even after knowledge of Maharaji, Dennis has experienced that birth of Sadhguru Maharaji. The birth of 1957 and of 1947 respectively. So at this hour, Dennis has been given the grace to come forward to share their experience through divine knowledge about these two wonderful and the most marvelous one of it is 1947. A little brief history of the birth that is Oyibo man hid from the black man, because I never heard of it in the school. I was never told of what happened in 1947, December 1947 in America, until grace touched me during my research, and I was given the great memorized grace to go into some secret archives. The Americans in that year started to experience flying saucers coming down from space. What could be the reason behind? Is it a sign of what threat? They went to the Russian embassy. During that period, 1947 December, human beings were also coming down with spacecraft, with spaceship to Earth, and they were like 3 to 4 feet high. That was their height. They would go inside the hospital, people would run away, they would bring out their machines, they would inject somebody, and that person would get instant healing. Those that were blind in the eye clinic or hospitals, they would just bring injection, they took into their eye, they started seeing, they started healing. So the whole thing a lot of things happened in 1947, that December. People would run away, they would see at night a spaceship would just land somewhere, and these young people, let them take it for experiment, what is happening. Since no country has come out to claim responsibility of what is happening. Then, during that time, America had one of the best fast flying air fighter. That is their, jet fighter. That was named SB-57 bombers. Was the fastest at that time. Could fly Lagos, New York in easy. They can just fly to their height. They will station, they will pick one. So that was what they thought. And they decided to go with 5-man Arrowhead. That was the aircraft formation that was led by Captain Thomas Mintel, who was 25 years of age at that 1947. Then Captain Thomas Mintel, who was a renowned and the best Air Force pilot in American Air Force, who led the flying crew. The 5 fighter jets decided to pursue the flying saucer. History recorded that while the flying machine was flying at the speed of 2,000 kilometers after they started having a break in transmission with the control tower, they have to retreat back to base. Captain Thomas Mintel, that was stubborn, decided to chase the aircraft and got above, into space beyond 60,000 feet above sea level. And that was the last day Captain Thomas Mintel was seen. His aircraft disappeared, he himself disappeared up to today. They didn't know his whereabouts. His aircraft was not seen. That was the end of. Let us put the hands together to Captain Thomas Mintel. So then they decided to come back to realize that this is a mystery beyond human comprehension. They started wondering what could be the reason behind. So the thing, and nobody was killed, instead they were healing. They didn't know that, of course, they didn't know that that was the bed, the day and the month of the bed of our past and criminals. Let us put our hands together for the operation. The history was kept until 1947, 57, 67, 76. July 17 at the University of Pennsylvania in the United States of America. That was when our grandpa was living his 68 years birthday today, reminded the America that thing you saw in 1947 was the bed of our Holy Father, Sadhguru Maharaj. Let us put a hand to the world has come to fruition. Now that the great Sadhguru Maharaj is on a planet now, the power is going back to the honor of creation, Sadhguru Maharaj. It was grandpa that was able to interpret the mystery of 1947, December 1948 in America. Let us put the hands together to the front of our creation. So, nobody will say they didn't hear or the world didn't know. Grandpa has to remind them, hey, that is what this stands for. And today we are celebrating the birth of our grandpa Shri Pempa Singh Rawat. So premiers have had experiences. Please, if you have any experience, 5 premiers are given the grace to come forward to share their experience and knowledge about this holy birth of 1947 and 1957 respectively. One of the singers, please keep on the vibration as premiers come forward to share their experiences. Bolo Shri Sadhguru Maharaj, Bolo Shri Sadhguru Maharaj, Bolo Shri Sadhguru Maharaj.
The call of praise to any professor about to come.
Happy Maharaji. Happy Maharaji. Happy Let us put the hands together to the front of all creation as we welcome our Professor Emeritus, Professor Mogotiaba Romashirire Obaga, to come forward to give an insight of the bed of our Father Sacrament 1927 and 1927 bed respectively. Let us put the hands together to creation as our eminent and Emeritus Professor to come forward to give an insight, to tell us, to share his experience concerning the bed of our Father Sadhguru Maharaj 1927 and 1927 bed respectively. Let us put the hands together to follow our creation and we welcome our Emeritus Professor. Right Honorable Professor Emeritus Mogotiaba Romashirire Obaga, Bolo Shri Sadhguru Maharaj.